Rewind 9 years, back to before Papa's cancer got worse, and we would hike together, just the two of us. My hiking jacket was one of plaid, lush purples, reds, forest greens, sunny yellows that matched the foliage around us and protected me against the crisp autumn air. I remember Papa's windbreaker, vibrantly purple and teal, so I could always see him as we ascended the trail, though he'd never be more than a few steps ahead of me. Arrive at the trail, and first thing we always did was pick a hiking stick. We'd look around for a felled tree or a stray branch, and Papa would break the twigs off and say, "Give it a whirl, Dee," and I'd test it out, and it was always perfect. Once I asked why we didn't just keep the same sticks, and Papa said they should stay near their roots. We should always try something new. We should not become too attached to things. My Papa was a smart man, and I imbibed all of his words greedily. The stories he'd tell as we hiked up the trail, his advice. We didn't always need words, my Papa and I, especially when we were out in nature, undisturbed except for trail markers and spray paint on trees, and big metal trash cans like cages, which were ugly and out of place, but certainly better than littering the trail. We would pack trail mix. Grandpa loved the dried fruit, and I loved the chocolate chips and peanuts, and so we were a perfect pair. We would stop for our snack halfway, always finding a smooth boulder to rest on, and it was at these times that we would most enjoy the silent understanding of each other's company. It was at these times that we could really take in the beauty around us. When we got to the top of the mountain, which was never really that high, but seemed endless to my 10-year-old self, we would clink walking sticks in celebration and take the deepest breaths we could. The air was always so crisp and clean at the end of our trek, at the top of our mountain, like none of the smut and smog of the real world could reach it and destroy it, even though I know now that everything, everywhere, and everyone ends. It has been 9 years since my Papa died of cancer. 9 years since his rapid decline that left him bedridden for months, unable to hike with me. When my mom and I cleaned out his house, the first thing we salvaged was his hiking jacket, and I buried my face in it, and it smelled like him, and like clean and nature and everything wonderful. I have it still these 9 years later, and still it is vibrant purple and teal. Still it smells faintly of my Papa, my beloved Papa, whose advice I always took, except for once, when he told me not to become too attached to things.